Do you think that the brothers fight is real in the show?
I was in the fucking room. It totally was real.
Let's get it on. Hey, what's up?
How's it going, man?
Good, good, good. How about you?
I'm good. Let me see if I can turn this bad boy up a little bit. There we go.
I'm
well. How are you? Say again?
Can you hear me well?
Yeah. Well enough.
Oh, that's good. Yes. So we're just going to talk to you about Inkmaster, and this is going live. I mean, this is going to YouTube, on my YouTube channel. It's going to be there forever.
Well, let's make us look good then, right?
Exactly, right? So are you ready to talk about this one?
Man, I'm always ready to talk. I do a lot of talking. Talk all the time. Who knows I don't shut up.
Oh my. And we're going back to Memory Lane, season 11.
All right. Rock and roll. Best season so far.
Exactly, right? It's a good season. Yeah, season 11.
Yeah, it was a good season. I had fun.
I enjoyed it, yeah. How long has it been?
I believe we finished filming 2018, or at least it went live 2018. So a few years, 3 years now. Probably, wait, 3
years ago.
4 years now.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I forget, we had a year, something happened during 2020. I don't know, I kind of lost a year, so.
Exactly, right? And it feels like yesterday, right?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it feels like yesterday. Sometimes it feels like a fucking nightmare that just never, never ended.
Never-ending nightmare, yep.
Right.
Okay. So, where do you live, by the way?
I live in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're like on opposite sides of the states.
Mm-hmm. East Coast. Pacific.
Where are you at? Where are you located?
I live in Connecticut.
Okay, rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Never
all
been.
The way to the east.
Never been. I hear it's awfully white place, so a lot of white people.
It's
cold. Yeah, cold. It gets cold here. I think we're kind of the same type of climate, or at least close.
It's cold in Portland.
I mean, it's still spring. I don't like to be cold at all, man. I prefer like 102 with 100% humidity. I like it hot. I like jungle weather. Like
Florida.
Yeah.
California.
Never
Texas.
been to Florida. I've been to Georgia. I like Georgia's weather all right.
Oh,
it was
cool.
very, very humid. The moment I wake up, you're already sweating. It's nice. Good for the skin.
Yeah, I like that. Humid is fine. Just not with like the mosquitoes and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of bugs. I do not like them.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
That's the only reason I wouldn't live in a jungle, man. You gotta be scared. You don't have to be scared of like the animals, like the jaguars and stuff. You gotta be worried about bugs.
With like snakes, with
snakes are not the problem in the jungle, my guy.
Bees.
It's only bugs.
Like the
bugs
bees
kill more people in the jungle than anything else.
Exactly. Oh, me too. So are you ready for the burning questions that I have for you?
Yeah. Let's shoot. What do you got?
So the first one is, what made you audition for Inkmaster?
I actually didn't audition for Inkmaster. What ended up happening is I was real bored with my life, and I'm like, hey, let's figure a way to complicate this. So one morning I wake up and I do a thing where I check my emails in the morning, and I had one in my Instagram inbox from a casting agent for Inkmaster, and was like, hey, we're doing Inkmaster Angels. We're going to be in Portland. Would you be interested in competing against 2 other artists in the Portland area for a chance to compete against, one of our other Inkmasters? And I was like, and I just sent the words back, interested. And like minutes later, I went, took a shower. I came back to my phone, and there was like 3 messages being like, hey, can we set something up? Can we set something up? Can we have your phone number? And so I sent them my phone number, and they immediately called me, and they're like, hey, we want to set up a interview. So basically what ended up happening is they asked me if I wanted to go up against their best. I said yes, and accidentally won. And so that got me on season 11 of Inkmaster. So I was on season 2 of Inkmaster Angels, season 11 of Inkmaster and Inkmaster Grudge Match. That spinoff where Cleen was one of the judges. Cleen and Ryan Ashley, the one I beat on her own show.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, check this out. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, that's fine.
I made this. She's a lovely lady. Let's be fucking clear. But these were the people I beat on her show. I made a little wrestling belt.
Ooh, wow.
I'm a huge wrestling fan. If you haven't noticed the Austin 316 reference. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
Yeah. Wow. So you won that one, that belt?
No, I made the belt. Oh,
you made it.
I made the belt kind of just to be a little bit of a jackass. I was trying to, I took it with me to season 11 just to kind of be a dipshit. The person who loved it the most was Tony. Tony loved that fucking belt. He thought it was the fucking most hilarious thing he's ever seen.
Just to show it and be like, hey, I have a belt, it
was really just fucking around, playing games.
Mm-hmm. To be like a threat, right?
Right, exactly. So yeah, that's really how I got on the show. Is I won season. I won against Ryan Ashley on season 2, the finale. Actually, every rose has its thorn.
Ooh, that's nice. Sweet. So, how was it seeing the judges for the first time? The crews, the judges.
Well, so, I watched that show, what was it, Miami Ink, that Nunez was on back in the day. So I was kind of familiar with him. I'd met Oliver Peck a couple of times when he'd been here in Portland at, just hanging out at the local, bars and stuff. Because back in the day, I used to work a lot of security at certain bars. And this is before I was tattooing that I met him. It was just in passing out. He would have never remembered me. And then, of course, Dave Navarro, man. I loved Dave Navarro ever since I was a little boy. I play guitar, and I used to call him No Shirt Navarro because literally every magazine I ever bought with him in the 90s, he had no shirt on. So it was actually kind of it was kind of cool. It was kind of nerve wracking because let me be real fucking clear. I had never seen Inkmaster or any iteration of the show before I went on it. I didn't watch the show even after I won season 1 and knew I was going on season 11. I literally watched the last 2 episodes of Inkmaster season 10 before I went on, days before I flew out.
Wow. So I was
going in blind. Yeah, I don't really give a shit. I just say, fuck it. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to just jump in head first. We'll figure it out on the way. I will say I did myself a disservice by not watching. I probably could have a little bit better advantage if I had watched it and know how to play the game a little bit better. But who knows?
But yeah, you were a fan of Dave Navarro for a long time.
Just for his musical, I was kind of when. Let's be real clear. When I first heard that he was on a tattoo show judging tattoos, I was like, who the fuck is this guy to be judging tattoos? I get now where he plays his role as the canvas's point of view. You know what I mean? So I get that. I mean, I understand it works well. It's been working well for at least 12, possibly 13 seasons, right? What was it, 13 seasons?
It's going to be 14 now because of...
Well, no, it was 13 seasons before the pandemic struck. And in season 13, lucky 13, they didn't get to do a season finale. Shout out to my boy Jimmy Snaz. That motherfucker would have won that shit hands down. No way anybody else was topping that dude. Bobby Jones from here in Portland actually had a really good shot at Jimmy Snaz. But, Jimmy's my boy. I love Jimmy. Will always be my heart. That's my dog.
Woot, woot, woot.
Shout out to Turk, shout out to Tony, shout out to Tipper, shout out to fucking Team Cleen, shout out to Cleen, everybody out there. That old team, I mean, I came in, was kind of a smart ass. They didn't like me at first, but I won them over. Those are my dogs.
Ooh, yeah, I saw that one. Oof. The next one it's called Inkmaster Roll Call. It's where I say the name of everyone who is on your season, the talent, the cast, the judges, and you will tell me the first thing that comes in your brain.
Oh, that's a rough one, dog. That's a rough one. I don't want to say something I'm gonna regret.
Yeah, just your opinion on the cast.
Right. Let's go.
Yep. Are you ready for this one?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. The first one is.
Ah, Gonzo. That's my fucking dude right there. We did not hit it off originally. However, after we did Grudge Match, we kind of, you know, we buried it. We buried the hatchet. Me and that dude are fucking straight cool. He's a down ass motherfucker. One of the top black and gray artists in the fucking world, if you ask me. Way better than anybody else.
And he is not given another chance. You know, he was eliminated early.
He was eliminated early, but it was strategic, man. We took a shot and it fucking landed. Like, honestly, like, he was the first one to go home, but it was because we gunned for him. Because everybody knows they were not going to fucking beat him on Black and Gray Day. Nobody was going to beat him on Black and Gray Day. Just wasn't going to happen. So we had to be strategic with him, and we got him out, you know, early. I believe that's also the one that I did my most embarrassing tattoo I've ever done in probably my life. Was I was not happy with the trash polka. I thought I knew what trash polka was going in, and oh, dude, you're gonna ask me about that? The only thing I can say is the gentleman was happy with it. I did what he asked me to do. It was not what I was supposed to do. I know way better now, and have done much better trash polka since then.
Wow, but it looks cool though. Yeah.
Sure, it looks cool. It's not a bad tattoo. I could have gone home on that one, and it would have been justified for sure, in my opinion.
But you played the game, and you kicked the heck out of Gonzo.
Gonzo beat himself that day. Because I'm not going to claim a win on that based on that tattoo, doggy. I could never.
Wait, you chose Cleen, right? As your coach?
No, I didn't choose Cleen. Actually, I chose Christian. Well, I was going to choose Christian. I ended up on Teams Cleen just by elimination. I was the last guy picked. You know what I mean? However, once I saw where it was at, I was a much better fit on Team Cleen. Those are the type of people like that. I'd never even really used an iPad to draw or anything like that before. And Team Christian was a lot of those kids who basically they all used rotary pens and all that shit back then, which I'm not gonna lie, I use that shit now too. I mean, I'd only use coils, and you know, I had a rough start on that show, but things started to pick up.
No regrets, right? In Team Cleen?
Man, I loved it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I like hard shit.
There you go. Next one is
fucking Tiara. I love that woman. That woman is probably one of the coolest people you will ever fucking meet in your life. One of the best tattooers, hands down. She's amazing at what she does. But on top of that, she's just a cool person, just all in all. And she has like a giant predator, like �13 tattoo on her back, which if I turn my camera around, you would see I have a full, I mean, my house looks like a Aliens versus Predator museum sometimes.
Cool.
So Tiara, badass. Can't say enough good things about her.
You know what? I feel like she was eliminated too early in the competition.
She got eliminated too early. She had a real bad canvas. A real bad canvas that wouldn't let her do her thing, and did not let her finish her tattoo or clean up her tattoo. She got eliminated because her canvas could not hang. And let me tell you, this is like in any other situation, she would have been able to finesse that. She wouldn't have been on a time clock. That tattoo would have come out brilliant. Honestly, I don't remember who she went up against on the elimination for that one, but I still think she kind of got robbed. Oh, it was a snake one, right? Make it look like something it wasn't. Was that what it was? Yeah, I did the plague doctor on that challenge, right? Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, that one that was one of my favorite tattoos to do on the show for sure.
Looks slick. Badass.
Yeah, that's I actually was nominated for Tattoo of the Day by Oliver Peck. That did not make the edit room floor. That made the edit room floor. It didn't make the edit to the actual show.
Really?
Yeah. But the thing was, okay, so check it out. I I had terrible machines and didn't know shit about my machines. You know, like I knew very little about machines, even though I've been working for 10 years. I had got a lot of bad information. So the first tattoos I did there, my machines were running like shit. On that machine, on that tattoo, I had ordered machines through Corey Rogers, and he had sent them, and I finally got my liner that day, and that's what I pulled out with, you know. My first one, I was fighting, my first few tattoos, I was fighting my machines the whole time. Also, nerves, lots of nerves.
Yeah. I bet. First few episodes, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
But wow.
I mean, nerves the entire way. Nerves the entire way. Yeah, that was, like I said, one of my favorite tattoos to do.
And you won, you said. Yeah, you won the best.
Well, no, I was nominated for Tattoo of the Day. I believe Kyle got it that day. And he should have. Kyle got it, I believe, for the fractal, or no, the crystal flowers.
Exactly, yeah. But it's, yeah. You could have won too. Best tattoo of the day.
Could it? We could have went either way, man. I wasn't actually even up there for the tattoo. Well, I was nominated, but it didn't show up. But again, our team got it. We got the advantage, and we just rolled with it.
Got to play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, felt bad for Tiara though. I thought she's.
Yeah, that was a rough one because she literally was one of the my favorite people in that fucking house. One of the funniest people you'll ever meet in your entire life. Hands down. Entertaining. Love her.
Dang it. The next one is?
Oba. He was on Team Christian, but I love that dude. So a little behind the scenes. I don't remember which episode we were going to. I do a lot of stretching, especially when I'm nervous. I try to I'd be sitting there stretching. I don't know what I did, but I sat down and ripped the fucking ass out of my pants. Oba, the beast that he is, had I don't even know where he got the needle and thread, but he had me take my pants off and sewed my pants right there behind the scenes. Fix them. I still have those pants, and you cannot tell that they've been fixed by anybody. He did a great job. Yeah, good man. He had to leave early for medical reasons.
Yes, I was sad,
Yeah, but no, I was sad to see him go, but not sad because it was another person out the competition, someone else down on. It left them short. If we're playing teams, it left the other side left the other side short.
It's good for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. But
wow, I was surprised that that didn't made it to TV.
I was surprised at a lot of their edits, if we're going to be real honest. But I get what they got to do. They got to write. They write their own storylines as far as they're trying to tell a story, so they're trying to tell as much about you as possible. So sometimes they got to get a little creative because some people, I'm going to tell you, are not as entertaining as other people.
The next one is.
That dude right there is a beast and a master at his craft. Jamie Lee Parker. Yeah, he's a real cool kid, man. He's a real cool dude. I say kid, he's probably my age. But very, very talented. I think he got, what was that he got blasted on? It was a dragon, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's the bracelet.
That's right. He was supposed to do. He did a bracelet. The judges didn't like it. Yeah. I think it was. I don't remember it. Honestly, that was a. What did I do that session? I don't remember. Oh yeah. I do a lot of that stuff. Actually, I'm consulting to do some of that stuff this week. I live in the Pacific Northwest. People love that shit.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. It was it's just one of those things, those tattoos are, I do those every day of my life, or sometimes I do at least one a month. I call it the new tribal, Northwest tribal. Because in the 90s, tribal was super big.
Good. Is it hard to do that? Because
to do that stuff right there. The only thing that is hard to do is just to match up stuff. With something like that, no, it's relatively easy. I actually overthought it. It depends on what you're putting around the wrist. Some things are easier. If it's something that has to absolutely match up on the other side, it becomes a lot harder to manipulate that. But if you know what you're doing, you do it long enough, you just know the little tips and tricks that kind of make it happen.
Wow.
But yeah, those can be difficult, but you know, there was a couple of things on there where they were like, oh, you overdid this, you overdid that. I remember they had some pretty harsh critiques. I don't remember what made it to air, but I'll tell you right now, a lot of the things that you see on the air are some of the nicest things they say to us.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. They can be pretty harsh in their critiques, but they have to say enough things that they can get, you know, enough for air and it to be entertaining for the masses. You know what I mean? So they'll say some gnarly shit, but they'll also give you some constructive criticism alongside of it.
Mm-hmm. Like harsh example. Like,
well, this is the thing, and the judges always say it, and this is the thing, is if you listen to what the judges say for each person's tattoo, when they're critiquing or when they're actually giving you instructions, like they say they want fundamentals, if you listen and do a fundamental tattoo, you won't go home that day. You know what I mean? People like to throw their own sauce on it and try to like bring out something. They want to show out for the judges. They want to show out for people. And so they'll skip some shit, or they'll try to overdo some stuff, or they'll do some stuff they not usually do. I'm very guilty of it. I did it a couple times in there and was like, all right, back to the basics. Like, I believe my second tattoo on the show was a girl. And for some reason, I put fucking these weird white highlights in my rose, which I never, ever do.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And,
but if you listen to what the judges say, like, you can go very far in the competition.
And it depends on the challenge, right? You have to hit.
It's all about the challenge, but like, yeah, listen to the challenge, complete the challenge with accuracy, and then you will go a lot further.
Woo-hoo! Wow, cool. Next one is
JP. Me and JP were neck and neck for who was the worst tattoo artist in everybody's mind. Like, everybody was like, who's gonna go home first? Is it gonna be Austin or is it gonna be JP? I think JP got bullied quite a bit on that show. He got bullied quite a bit. He's a fucking excellent tattoo artist, and he just kept getting thrown shit that was not within his wheelhouse. So he didn't get a lot of opportunity to show what he does.
Mm-hmm. Which is, you know, fair in my opinion.
Yeah, but the thing is like, you don't, a lot of like times you go on there and you don't get to show anything that you're good at. One thing about me is I'm a well-rounded tattooer, and it's been my practice throughout my entire career to be able to do what my clients ask me to do. And that means if I have to do something, you know, that's realism to traditional, you know, I have to be able to at least have a grasp on what it means for one, and two, how to do it. So I feel like I had at least a little advantage. I made it a lot further than most people thought I was going to. That's for sure. Simply because I did have a well-rounded background in just a street shop where I can, you know, you walk in, you ask me to do something, I say yes. If I tell you I can't do something, it's because it's going to look like shit over time, won't hold up well, or it's just a very, very bad idea.
Yeah, and it's your tattoo artist's job to, you know, help the canvases, right?
Exactly, and that's one thing that I was really good at on the show is I would get something, it would be ridiculous. You know, and I'm good at talking to people. I would tell them some bullshit. I'd be like, yo, check it out. I'm the guy everybody's gunning for. It's because I'm good. They think that your tattoo is garbage and that it's gonna fail. What I would need you to do is just trust me. I will try to get as close to what you want as possible without giving you a bad tattoo. The one thing I don't want to do is have you walk off here and have something that America can ridicule you for. I don't care if they make fun of me, but I don't want to make fun of my canvas or their tattoo. So I'm pretty good at talking to people. I've been doing it for a long time. I had a background in customer service, like telephone customer service. So talking's my shit. Plus, I just talk a lot, if you haven't noticed.
Wow. Yeah. Helps, right? Customer service skills.
Customer service is a real good way to sell your tattoos, man. Sell yourself. If you sell yourself and the people on there trust you, you can talk them into doing what's going to be right for their tattoos, for sure.
Exactly.
Listen to what I'm saying, future contestants.
Woo! There you go, guys. YouTube. Listen to Austin, guys.
Yeah. That was a difficult spot.
It is.
Yeah, that was an armpit tattoo. I think it came out pretty fucking clean. I got popped because I didn't do a lot. I was finished way early, but it was simplicity. It was solid. It's in the armpit, and it was what they asked for. It's what the client asked for. Can't ask for too much more.
It's hard, huh? Tattooing the armpit?
If you want my opinion, no. But she didn't want more than what, like, I tried to give her like a little bit more in the design, and she was like, I want it real simple. She wanted it as simple as I could make it, but still kind of complex. You know, she gave me some real strict standards to go off of, and it was, for me, it was like, oh yeah, I do this kind of stuff all the time. Do a lot of stipple. Tattooing armpits, they're easy. I don't care. As long as you know how to tattoo. It's more, people think it's going to hurt a lot more than it does.
It looks painful.
I've tattooed several armpits, and I've never once had anybody be super mad about it. Maybe I just have real tough clients, or maybe the people who got it, they just knew they were going to be able to do it. But yeah, I've never really had a problem with armpits. So as soon as I knew it was an armpit, I was like, cool. And I drew up a bunch of stuff for her. She like kept having me simplify it. And so that's what we came up with. I didn't go home that day. I wasn't even in the bottom.
Wow. It's good to hear that from you, that, you know, you said that it's not that painful, that, you know, people can take it.
See, this is the one thing, is that tattoos, like, are individual, man. Like, I've tattooed people where, like, on the stomach, which tends to be one of the most intense places to get tattooed. I've had people just walk that stuff off. And then I've had people who you think are going to be able to just sit through that and grind through it, be like, and just tap. You know what I mean? So you can never just decide what's going to be painful for someone. Because, like, I have my head tattooed. It's probably the least painful tattoo I've ever had. And I've had other people tell me it's the most painful thing they've ever done. So,
it depends.
Yeah, you never know. So you just got to always be prepared for it. It's going to suck. Try to take care of your client as much as possible, because, you know, you want to finish this tattoo. I don't like having stuff walking around half finished.
And I have one tattoo on my back, and I think the painful part is, you know, the shading part.
So you say that, but other people are like, that's the least painful part of it. That's the part that I can deal with better. I don't like getting lined out. Lined out hurts.
It depends on the person.
Everything's like focused.
Yeah. It depends.
Yeah.
Next one is?
That is my homie. That's Stacy. Stacy and I were yoga buddies. I ended up sending her home.
Elaborate.
Well, so what ended up happening is there was a challenge, and yeah, that's the one. That was a clusterfuck of a challenge. Everybody did as good as they were going to do that day, and it was not great. You know what I mean? Tattoo came out great. I love the tattoo. The judges fucking hated it.
Love it.
I think it turned out awesome. The fucking person wearing it is lucky. I wish it was me.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
People working on it.
But that was the challenge where the two bottom people were put up, or the person that Cleen was going to put up the two bottom people, and I felt like the whole time I was getting thrown under. You know, that was going to be me. You know, even though during his challenge, some of my decisions are what helped him win that challenge. You know what I mean? Some of his challenges. So there's a lot of politics, but he had to keep his strongest players, and me and Stacy were considered the bottom players. You know, so cool. You know, he had to play his things. I don't hold it against him. At the time, I might have been a little pissed. But, you know, you do what you do for the team.
Exactly. And like, you know, it's hard to be a coach. Right? Sure. And decide.
I bet it is. I don't know. I think he knew what he was doing. Team's a fucking veteran of the team. Cleen is a veteran of this game. Cleen knows what he's doing, knows how to play the game. You know, he knew what he was doing. He knew he had to keep in line, who he had to keep on the team, and he chose the right ones. You know.
And he's been, you know, doing Inkmaster for like 4 times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. He's definitely knows what he's doing, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one that Stacy went home on. I like that tattoo. You know, there was some question of whether it was bio enough for the mech challenge, but I think it was much better than what Stacy was coming with that day. Her tattoo was cool. I'm not gonna lie. I would not. I'd rather wear mine over the one she had. But that's me, and I have a different aesthetic than she does. She does like a lot. She loves that like watercolor style, and she's very, very, very good at it. And she didn't get to do it that day. So, you know, I was more in my wheelhouse than hers. I will tell you, that was the day I learned how to use an iPad to draw on, and I was not very good at it.
Wow.
I had an iPad when I went to there, but I'd always drawn everything on paper, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a dope-ass tattoo. I'd wear that thing. I'd wear that thing.
It's good. It's color too. It's a unique color. It's like, you know, sky blue, right? Sky blue color.
Oh, it was more of like it was like an Easter eggy type, robin's egg blue type situation. I don't know. Honestly, I was just trying to do like a exact opposite, have it look evil and do more of an Easter egg style, like coloring to kind of just, you know, that's actually, I think Turk gave me that idea. Like he didn't like go, hey, you should do this. But he was like, well, what if you did like more of a paled out or like a lighter color? And you know what? He was right.
Came up good. Oh my goodness.
I did get a lot of help from my team. Honestly, though, that was one of the days when I was like, yo, like either tell me what to do or shut the fuck up and get out of my way. I was kind of already pissed that I was in that situation.
And more
I was like, my team wants to put me in the situation, but they also want to come over and coach and or then tell me how much they needed my help that day. That was when that was the one day I was bent on my entire team. Everybody, I love you guys, though.
You know, have you had someone?
Say again?
Is it more stressful tattooing head-to-head with someone? Just one-on-one?
Actually, no. Like, if I'm going one-on-one with somebody, I feel like it's a lot easier because then I can focus on just one person to beat instead of a fucking room full of people I got to beat. But again, in the room full of people, you don't have to be the best. You just have to not be the worst. So they have their own stresses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It depends on, like, the situations and stuff.
Yeah. When it's just two people, there's only two tattoos to judge. You know, it gets a lot more in the... But that was more what I was kind of used to the entire time because I was used to doing just going up against a couple people on the Inkmaster Angels, you know? So it was kind of like it was only a couple of people. So you only had a few tattoos to judge. They were going to be judged more harshly.
Yeah. Like, you know, every detail of the tattoo.
Absolutely. They got more time. They need to fill up more space on the... They need to kill more time on the airwaves, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Next one is...
The one that sent me home. The one that sent me home. I love that tattoo. Looks like a tattoo, like of a T-shirt you'd see at a truck stop.
Looks cool, yeah. Looks
yeah. I mean, I think there was an argument that the spiral was going the wrong way or whatever. What it was is that they didn't say it looked like it was not thought out very well, which, to be honest, I had switched the way I was going to do the galaxy halfway through the tattoo based on me listening to other people, which I fucking should not have. Still, I made the decision. The final decision was me to do the fucking tattoo and to do it by listening to other people. So when I did the spiral, it doesn't exactly flow from the top to the bottom. Like from where the head it comes in, it almost changes direction. And that was who I think either Nunez or Navarro made that argument. And my argument was, yeah, see, they think that that doesn't line up properly, which granted, fuck it, YOLO. I think their arguments were good. However, I do believe Angel should have went home that day.
Woo!
It was strategy. It was me, Jess, and Kyle that were down. Kyle should never have been in that mix. And he was voted down, well knowing he wasn't going to go down by them because they knew if he was not there, Angel would have been in that mix and Angel would have gone home that day. Because she was exposed, her color work was exposed that day. Her tattoo was not very good at all. She's an excellent tattooer. Let's be real fucking clear. Everybody who goes on that show at this point in these seasons are excellent fucking tattooers. Exactly. And in their own right, you know, they do fucking great stuff. I'm honored to have gone and competed against every single person on that show.
They're all good. You guys are all
Yeah,
good.
that's 100%. Like if I'm considered in that, and I made it seven episodes, was asked back for two different seasons of that fucking show, like like two different versions of the show, three different altogether. But that means I'm at least in a good category of tattooers, and can't be mad about that.
And it's just playing the game, surviving the episode.
It's a fucking dude. It's a competition. So in that competition, you want to make sure that you come with it. And if you can't bring your game, you're gonna go home like in any other competition. So I'm not any stranger to competition. I do jujitsu, so like you don't get all sad. I mean, I did get sad when I leave, but you don't be deterred when you lose. In jiu-jitsu, it just humbles you. It tells you there's some things you got to train on. And I will say that being on that show brought my tattoo game and awareness up tenfold. I am by far a better tattooer now than I was the day I went on that show.
Yeah, and you just have to be keep on tattooing, doing your best.
Yeah, no, you just have to, well, I mean, if you go into that and you don't learn anything, then you didn't even really try. Because literally everybody can learn something from that experience, and it'll help them grow. I learned a lot about a lot of stuff that I now apply to my tattoos. And if you look at my tattoos pre-Inkmaster and to now, there's a vast improvement in my skill. And it might just be because I'm 13 years into tattooing now. I didn't really feel comfortable tattooing till 10 years in, and that was the mark I was actually starting when I did the show. So,
wow. Good. And just like Cleen, he went in Inkmaster and compete for 4 times.
Yeah, he did. He's a fucking beast. Clean's a man. Clean's a solid tattoo artist. And again, I never knew who he was until I went on that show. Never heard of him.
And he wasn't, bitter about the experience in the show. He was.
Cleen gave me a lot of advice. Cleen, he was just an all-around cool fucking dude. You know what I mean? Like, if you like Cleen on that show, it's for a good reason. It's because you like Cleen. Because Cleen don't play around. That's, he puts his personality right on that show. You know what I mean?
No filter.
No filter. No, I mean, full throttle, dude. Full throttle.
That's why it's fun to watch. He was like going at it every time.
Yeah, and he's very helpful. Him, Tony, and Turk were probably the 3 guys that, like, as far as when it came to my tattooing, when I was on the show, who said anything to me because they wanted to compete against me at my best, I think, more than anything. They didn't want me there. Like, if they were helping me out, if they were saying anything to me, they weren't telling me shit to, like, sabotage me. They were telling me shit that was going to help me work, help me operate at my best level, to be the best to compete against them. You know what I mean? So,
wow.
Love those guys.
Oh, that's what's up.
Jimmy too. Jimmy's just an all-out good dude. I love that man.
Toot, toot, toot. Do you have anything to add to Angel?
She's a fine competitor. She's a fine competitor. She's a nice girl. You know what I mean? Nice lady. I don't want to speak ill of anybody. So she's definitely. What I'll say is she should have gone home the day I went home. But that doesn't mean I would have made it all this way as far as she would have. She's got some mad skills for what she does, and she just gets better and better all the time.
All of you guys.
Yeah, like I said, there's nobody on that show. I'm not saying I'm better than her then or now. I'm just saying she should have gone home the day I went home. That's all I'll say.
The next one is?
Oh, do I have to say any more about this man? Look how pretty he is.
Look at that.
If he was my cellmate, I would do naughty things to him. How about that? He's a beautiful man. He's one of the nicest people, one of the most solid tattoo artists you'll ever meet, ever. Just a great dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Jimmy Sands, one of the funnier dudes you'll ever meet in your life. Like, I base a lot of my how cool someone is based on their sense of humor. If you're funny, I don't give a fuck. As long as you're nice to people and you're funny, you go far in my book.
And that's all that matters, right?
I mean, just be nice to people. That's one thing. If I can say anything to new tattooers, doesn't matter how good you are. It just matters how nice you are to your clients. And, you know, I mean, it does eventually, the work's going to need to be good if you want to go far, if you want to do things, but you'll make a good percent. You'll like make a good like clientele based on just being nice and good to your clients.
Exactly. You will get a lot of, you know, clients, a lot of customers.
Well, it's, you know, like one client, like the thing is, you can have a shitty tattoo. I see lots of people with shitty tattoos when they come in, and they love the tattoo artist that did it. They think it's a great tattoo. So you just don't want to talk any shit about it. Like, just be nice, honestly. Be nice to people. Don't try to start feuds with other tattoo artists, because that's really not the way to go. You want, like, it's all about collaboration. We can all get better, and the better we are, the more it steps up the game, and everybody else has to get better.
Help each other out.
Right. Help each other so that we can all get better.
Exactly. Well said.
Right.
By the way, you look different, because in the show you have like a necktie. You're so formal.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was wardrobe. You know, like in my first 6 years of tattooing, I didn't think I was very good at all. So what I did is I wore a suit to tattoo in every single day. I'd wear a suit to work, and you know, after a while, so like when they asked what kind of looks, I sent them some you know, some looks that I would be comfortable wearing, and that's what they landed on. But wait, I don't do that anymore, man. This is pretty much t-shirts. I'm a t-shirts and pants type of guy. Like white. I like Jordans and fucking white high tops.
Comfortable.
Yeah. I like to be comfortable. Either that or the shortest shorts that are offensively short that you can fucking possibly get, and anything that shows off my arms and shoulders.
So the tattoos.
No, because I work out like every single fucking day.
But wait, you said that they asked you what you wanted to wear in the show?
What they do is they ask you to send some looks before you go, some things that you're like, some clothes that you wear that you think you look nice in. You know what I mean? They pretty much base that judging off of what you send them. I didn't know what they were asking for, so I just sent them some things. I'm like, oh fuck it, I'll put a nice shirt and tie on and send them some pictures of that, and that's what they chose. I had some t-shirts, but they already had somebody they got wearing t-shirts, you know, like. So it's all about, like, the wardrobe is part of it for sure. Like, if you look, Tiffer was always wearing checkers, and fucking Jimmy was always looking like a fucking hobo on a train, but like a sexy hobo.
Right?
TJ Poole had the long t-shirts and the skinny jeans, you know?
Wow, yes, I agree. And even
Jess. Jess is a very cool dude. Very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. He lets his work speak for him, and he's very, very good. But, you know, he wasn't someone who was going to clap back too hard. And the thing was with Jess, if he had something to say, you should probably listen, because he didn't say a lot. And he's one of those people, if he's saying something, he definitely fucking means it.
Exactly, right? Because probably he's just thinking about it, you know? But if you say it, then, you know, maybe...
Well, I mean, a lot of times people talk too much. And what they say is not important because they talk a lot. When someone like that who doesn't talk a lot, a silent guy, talks and says something, it's because he wants to talk. He means what he's saying. And you know what? Like, a lot of the times, like, I say a lot of shit. I mean what I'm fucking saying, and I'll back it up if I have to. But a lot of times, I'm just talking shit to talk shit to get under people's skin, you know? Guys like him don't have to, because he just lets his work speak for him, and he's really, really good at what he does.
Exactly. He's good.
Yeah. Jess is one of the top people I'd get tattooed by. Slow as shit, though, and I don't like getting tattooed by slow people. At least he was slow on the show. I don't know if that's like that's a normal thing. His tattoos are really, he strives for perfection, so that's why his tattoos take as long as they do. Let's be really fucking clear. That's not clapping on anybody. Because right now, I have nothing bad to say about anybody who was on that show for the most part. Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part. That's a good perspective, though, you know. He tattoos slow because he wants to achieve...
Well, he tattoos slow. He's just very meticulous, man. He doesn't, like, you can be fast and meticulous. He's just the way he does it. Everybody has a process, and it doesn't mean the process is wrong, as long as the end result is what you're going for, you know what I mean?
Exactly. You're right. Next one is...
Kyle. I love that dude. I'll tell you, he's probably one of the best dudes I've ever played Call of Duty with.
Woo!
Yeah. Thy Art is Murder on fucking on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he's just another solid fucking dude. Him and his brother are just two solid motherfucking tattooers. You want some good ass American traditional? Hit them up, man. If you're ever in the Boston area or the Salem area, I'm not exactly clear where their shop is. I just know that they're badass dudes from Massachusetts. Both of them are fucking killers, dude. Both of them are fucking killers.
Did you say that they live in Massachusetts?
Yep. Yeah. It's in the Boston area, Salem area. I'm not sure. I've never been there, so I don't want to like speak out. But their tattoo shop is pretty much what they do. Fucking solid ass tattoo work. Everything I've seen come out of that shop is amazing.
And it's near Connecticut, so probably I'll get one from them.
You should, man. I would say reach out. Go get tattooed, man. They're both fucking killers. You want some good, solid, traditional, they'll bang it out, and it won't take them no time to do it.
Do you think that the brothers' fight is real in the show?
I was in the fucking room. It totally was real. You know, but it wasn't like it's what brothers do. It wasn't like an aggressive, I'm going to kill you fucking fight. It was like, yo, you're in my face. Get the fuck out of my face. You know, it's just how it goes. Like I've got brothers. We are very physical. Like when we were growing up, we beat the shit out of each other all the time. It's just how we grow up living, man.
Bros will be bros, right?
Yeah, your brother makes you tough, man. If it wasn't for my brothers, I probably would have been a giant baby walking through life. But I had brothers who beat the shit out of me every single day. If one wasn't doing it, the other one was doing it. And then if I wasn't beating up my little brother, one of the older brothers was beating up our little brother. You know, like, you just had to, that's just how it is, man. It's like pecking order. And brothers, you know, they get intense, but it's never like a real, like if you love your brother and you fight with your brother, it's not a real fight. If anybody else was to fight your brother, you'd probably beat the shit out of that person.
Exactly. It's just
if you love your brother. Like, I'll beat up my little brother all day. But if anybody touches or says a bad word about him, I will slap the taste out of their mouth.
Exactly. Yeah. Bros for bros, you know?
Yeah, family, man. Family's always first.
Number one, yep. And the next one is
Turk. Yeah, he and I are the same age. Can you believe it?
Really?
Yeah. He looks like fucking Father Time. Yo, Turk is a bad motherfucker though. He's probably one. I like he's got a very unique style. Very, very unique style. His style of skulls, one of my favorites. He's a master at his craft. 100%.
He's memorable, you know, with his like long beard.
You can say it. He looks like Father Time. He looks like he's about to die. The entire time he's on there, he looks like he's about to die. You're like, holy shit, they got someone from the nursing home. But, no cap, he's the same age as me.
Oh my goodness, Austin.
And in perfect health, I assume. I
didn't say it. You did.
No, what's up, Turk? I love you, doggy. If you ever see this, you know I love you. It's all love. But we're the same age, motherfucker. Get it together.
You know what? Turk agreed to do an interview with me.
Hell yeah. Tell him I said what's up and I love him.
I'll send him.
Tell him I said what's up and I love him.
Next one is...
Dude, Chris. I pretty much like everybody I fucking worked with on that. That guy is a solid motherfucker, solid tattooer, and just an all-around good dude. And a stylish motherfucker, if we're going to be real. Like, they had him in fucking T-shirts. That's not what that guy wears. He is so pretty. Holy shit. Yeah, very, very handsome boy. And an excellent tattooer. And a down-to-earth, solid dude.
And opinions on the team, Christian, throwing him under the bus?
Yo, I mean, it's because he was a solid dude and he didn't want to play dumb fucking games. All he wanted to do is come tattoo and win with tattooing, you know, which, again, you're here to play a game. So you know, I think it all came out in the wash. I don't know. If we're gonna be honest, I kind of stopped watching after I was eliminated. So I don't really remember what happened after that. I remember I was still in the house when they threw him under the bus, and when they were kind of, you know, I don't know if it was a backstabby situation. I wasn't privy to the whole sitch.
Ooh, yeah.
But whatever that drama was, it was, you know, it was squared away, I'm sure.
Even in live finale, they were going at it, talking back.
Like, what do you mean? Like behind the scenes?
No, it was caught on TV.
Oh yeah, no, they had their beef, man. Something went down. I don't remember exactly what it was, but you know, just wasn't stirring the Kool-Aid for him, and he didn't like it. And usually, like I said, he's a stand-up dude. If he didn't like it, it was probably because it was some shady shit, and he wanted nothing to do with it.
Ooh,
but that's how you play the game. The game is played shady, dog. Like you're not gonna be, if you're not willing to backstab everybody in that fucking house eventually, why play the fucking game?
You're not gonna win.
And if it came down to me and anybody in that place, and I had to do a little backstabbing to win $100,000, I've got a real sharp knife.
Exactly, you know.
At the very end, if it's just me and someone else, when it comes down 1-to-1, we're no longer. If we were teammates, we're no longer fucking teams. It's not backstabbing. I come right at your fucking face.
Well said, definitely. You know, and it's the game. You know, all of you guys are good. In season 11, all of you guys are good.
Yeah, by that season, like I did watch some of the previous seasons, like some of the earlier seasons when they came out on Netflix. I saw 1 and 2, and I was like, fuck, I'd have won these ones. I'd have won. Amanda Boone. There's not much I can say about Amanda. She's fucking solid tattoo artist, strong ass woman. Like, I believe she was like, if I remember correctly, she was like living in a van before she, like, by choice, not because she was kind of doing the van life situation, you know, traveling around tattooing, being the traveling style tattooer. Solid work. Good person, you know, like, as far as personalities go, I don't know if her and I mesh too well, you know, like, so we didn't really get to know each other too well. I don't have really anything bad to say about her. Solid tattooer. Definitely a formidable opponent.
Yeah, oh my. She's good in playing the game.
Yeah, she knew how to play the game. I actually, that's not true. I guess I did watch a few episodes after I don't remember what she was eliminated on, but if it was a bald eagle, that's who should have been eliminated. I don't remember exactly.
And she was good at directing, like, you know, in the challenges, flash challenges.
So she was on another team. So as far as that went, I don't know who was their strategist on that side. You know, we kind of stuck to ourselves. Every now and again, we'd catch them copying our shit. We'd switch up halfway through. But, you know, like, you know, if she was directing it, she was probably going over, hey, go see what those guys are doing so we can do the same thing, but try to make it better.
You know, Team Christian.
Yeah, I mean, again, Team Cleen for life. If it has to be who's better team, goddamn Team Cleen all day. 100%.
There you go, guys. You heard it. Team Cleen all the way.
All the way. Fuck some dudes. Oh, yeah. Stafford.
Tim, yep.
Yeah. Good illustrator, man. Real good illustrator. As far as, like, competing against him, not a big fan of him. Like, don't like his style of work. I mean, not that I don't like his style. I'm just not a big fan of that, like, new school style. He's really good at it. He's got great saturation, great color, solid tattooer. Tattooing against him, as far as competitor, man, I was not concerned that I was going to have to ever go against him one-on-one. Whether he got eliminated or I got eliminated, which we'll see. I got eliminated before him. So, you know, anybody who made it past me, I can't really talk too much shit about. They played the game. They knew what they were fucking doing. They probably had seen the show before at least.
Next one is
TJ, or not TJ, Tiffer. Yeah, Tiffer's a bad motherfucker. And if you know anything about Tiffer, that dude was already a world-class competitor in a different sport. That motherfucker was motocross competitor in the 250s. Lucas Oil and other circuits. That guy's a bad motherfucker. His whole family's awesome. And as far as tattooing, he might have been the best tattooer as far as anybody in that room.
Really?
He just had, his brain works in this weird fucking way, man. Like, he just comes up with shit. He'll make something so simple look so amazing. His style is undeniably very, very fucking cool. Very, very fucking solid. And to be honest, I was real scared he was going to be the guy to win. You know, I thought he was going to beat Tony straight up. Like, both of them were fucking just badass. Just like, what was that?
The three of them? TJ, Tony, Tiffer.
I didn't say TJ. I didn't say TJ. I said Tiffer and Tony. Do I think TJ should have even been in that mix? No. Hell no. I don't think he should have gone. No. He was not qualified enough. That guy's good at black and gray. That's it, dog. You have to be well-rounded to be an Inkmaster.
Oh my goodness!
And if we're being real fucking clear, he's lucky Gonzo didn't go further. Because if Gonzo would have made it past that first episode and had anything to do with the black and gray, it would have blown TJ Poole out of the water all fucking day. TJ's good at what he does. He might be better than me at black and gray, maybe. He's definitely different. We do different styles. I don't like anybody who calls himself an icon too much. You know, like, you're not an icon. If you were an icon, I'd have heard about you before the show.
Oh,
he was one of the guys who made it through the Inkmaster Angel, so he belonged there. He fought his way and fucking beat whoever he beat to get on that show. He beat him, hands down. He belonged there. Do I think he was one of the top 3 in that house? Hell no.
Ooh. But
who on the other side team do I think probably should have been there in his place? No one. Honestly, it probably should have been somebody else on our team.
Ooh, like who?
Jimmy, for fucking sure. Jimmy Snaz.
He's good.
However, yes, 100%, because I've seen Jimmy's Black and Gray and Realism. Honestly, I've seen it. It's good shit. It's solid. It matches up. I was about to say, I'm not sure what his Black and Gray and Realism stance is, but then I've seen some shit he's done recently that's just awesome. So, 100% he could have made it.
I thought Genie was going to make it to finale or at least Final 4.
Yeah, no, Jimmy, I would have been 100%. But if anybody would have replaced him and if I had my choice, it'd have been me. Are you fucking kidding me? But we see how the game was played. We see where I landed, and fuck it. No sour feelings. You know what I mean? I don't live my life by regretting too much shit.
That's it. Let's just enjoy, right? Enjoy the moment. Next one is.
Well, I think we just said everything we're going to say about TJ, right?
Do you have anything to add to TJ?
I mean, dude's a solid tattooer, and really badass. I 100% don't think he would have he didn't deserve to win, and he didn't. So again, I have nothing bad to say about anybody there on the show. Like I said, you have to be badass to actually even be on that show or to even be considered to be on that show anymore. It wasn't always like that, if you ask me, after seeing some of the earlier seasons. But TJ's a solid fucking tattooer, and he does some amazing shit. I actually learned a few things from him just being in the house when we'd be talking back, backstage, or when we were living in the house when the cameras aren't on. We all just sit bullshit, eat, or whatever. He had some real good advice for tattooing people of color for me. Just listening to if you don't sit there and listen to what those guys are saying, or those girls, those people in that house, if you don't listen, you're missing out on a giant opportunity to just grow what you do. If this is what you do, this is what defines you. I wouldn't say what defined me, but it defines me, but it's what everybody knows me as Austin Rose, the tattoo artist, So it's what I do, and I want to bring the best to my clients. And so what I do is I listen to everybody, even the people who've been tattooing way less time than me can have something to teach me. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. and it's about growth and learning from everyone.
Absolutely, and you got you got to go through life like that, not just your career, man. You got to go through life just learning from anybody you can learn from. Doesn't mean all the shit you learn is going to be good, but you need to take and pick and choose, man. I probably apprenticed. I think you can learn from anybody, man. As long as you keep your options open, you keep your eyes open, listen to people, man. You will always learn something from the people around you. I believe I was talking about, like, I apprenticed under quite a few people, and I learned a lot of stuff not to do. And we were talking about TJ. Yeah, that was. I mean, basically, I learned a lot of shit from TJ too. Like, I learned something from everybody who was in that house. Everybody who was in that house, I learned something from.
Exactly.
And from the security dudes to the producers to every person who tattooed on that studio. And
that's the mindset that we should have, all of us.
It's like, in my opinion, I grew up like in a way, it's kind of like the warrior's mindset. I grew up reading the book, 𝚁𝚅𝚗𝚃, the Book of Five Rings. And it's just one of those things. And when you're like, it's something I have always carried through me was a quote in there. When you recognize the way you see it in all things. And it's like, it means like, if you learn the way of learning and listening and observing, you can see that way. You can find a solution to anything in everything, you can learn something. You can see the way in all things. There's always a way.
Yes, everywhere you go, it's
They got a little weird. Maybe I didn't explain it exactly the way I feel it, but it's something that I've carried with me and something that I apply to pretty much my everyday life. If you like put your efforts towards what you want to do, you'll always get there. No matter how long it takes you, you have to sometimes be annoying to all those people around you. Like, talk about one thing. Like, when I started jiu-jitsu, I don't think I had one conversation that did not involve the word jiu-jitsu.
And it's good. That's life, Life, even though you're 60 years old, 70 years old, you will, keep on learning, right?
Yeah, keep on learning. It's life is a continuous growth. That's why I do things that are always continuously, like my art. Art is always something I can continuously grow. I do pretty much nightly live calligraphy feed on my Facebook feed, where I just practice calligraphy. If people have questions, I answer questions about calligraphy. I do lots of stuff that requires improving every day. Jiu-jitsu, yoga, working out. Like, it's always something. There's never like an end thing for any of those things. It's never good enough. So it's a path that I stay on, which also basically keeps me out of doing dumb shit.
Exactly.
I have the fucking mind that's like a roller coaster for devils. If you're in there, it's fucked up. And so there's a lot of fucked up shit going on there. If I don't keep these things busy, that thing goes wild, and I do dumb shit.
Me too. Yep.
Stay busy.
Doing like crazy stuff. Who knows?
Oh,
right?
then I'll go to jail.
I guess me too.
Right. Tattooing is the reason I don't do drugs, man. Like, it keeps me busy. It keeps me always having to improve. And if you're fucked up all the time, it's disrespectful to your clients.
Exactly. It's about learning to master your emotion and, be respectful every time to people, right?
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, 100%. Like, there's just be good to people. But always, like with me, it's always about continuous growth. If I stay growing, I don't do dumb shit. Like, that's really what it is, because I am real good at doing dumb shit. Big fan of it, really. So,
so
I have to keep myself busy so I'm not like, hey, wonder what kind of dumb shit I can get into today.
So to all the people out there, who's doing dumb shit right now,
get a fucking hobby. Get a fucking hobby. Sit your ass down, read a fucking book, get a hobby, do something that keeps your hands busy. Stop fucking around, man. That's the way I quit doing drugs. I really didn't have to do like I didn't have to do any AA, NA, none of that stuff. I got my ass kicked in jiu-jitsu a lot.
And it's good, it's good that we're hearing this from you, because, people who's going to watch this, you are going to be their inspiration.
Oh, I mean, if I can be an inspiration, cool. I'm just here to, like, bring awareness to, like, this thing we call fucking tattooing, man. Tattooing is one of the things that pulled me out of the fucking gutter, pulled me, you know, got me, made me become a better person, you know. Tattooing did that for me. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could have found that some other place doing something else, but I didn't. I found it doing this. It was one thing I was interested in. It was one thing I was able to grow in. And it's one fucking thing I'm really good at. So
that's what's up. That's cool. Moving on. Next one is.
That's my fucking boy. I consider that guy a brother. If that dude called me up tomorrow and said, "Hey, dog, I need your help," no questions asked, I'll be like, "All right, dude, I'll be there as soon as I possibly can."
Woo!
Tony deserved to win that season. Tony's the fucking man. Tony let me borrow his machines on one of my tattoos because my machines were damaged. They were also fucking straight garbage. And he wanted me to have the best chance that I fucking possibly could. Now, when a man lets a competitor use his tools because the tools his competitor have are shit, you know that guy's got confidence in what he does. He's like, yeah, I'm going to give this guy shit that, you know, he'll be able to do his tattoos better, but I still know I'm going to blast through everybody else in this competition. Tony is a boss. Cannot say enough nice things about that dude. Tony deserved to win. He is the man. Like I said, hey, Tony, you got a fucking body to hide? I'm with you, dog.
There you go, Tony. If you're gonna watch this,
you might reach out to him. He might do an interview. He's a good dude.
Okay, I'll try. Hopefully you do an interview with him.
Yo, he's down to earth. I'm sure he checks his fucking inbox.
And yeah, you know, he deserves to win, but it's a very tight final three. All of them are good, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, Tony, I still think out of all the three, Tony deserved to win. Tony took it. The people who won that season deserved to win.
Definitely. Now we're moving to coaches.
Yeah! Serious badass.
Yep.
Like, same with Tony. Yeah, you need a body hidden, dog? I'll let your boy. I'll help you.
Hide it in the desert or something?
There's plenty of holes in the desert, and I'm sure there's a lot of problems buried in those holes. Not saying Cleen had anything to do with those things. Just FYI, I have no idea what Cleen does on his off time, other than build hot rods and motorcycles.
Every time I view his, Instagram,
he's always doing something cool. He's always doing something fun, something cool. He's always got a badass ride. Yeah, fucking straight ass Loke.
Definitely, Next one is?
People hate a lot on Christian, and I'm not going to be one of those dudes. Christian's a very nice, fatherly type of person. He's an old-ass man with a good-ass heart.
Woo!
He gave me a machine when I first, okay, so I don't usually drink. Actually, I don't drink at all right now. In the house, I did drink a little bit. He was the first person I drank with. I stayed up because I know I didn't have shit to do the next day and drank with him. And I learned a lot about him. He was fucking super nice. He was the first person on the entire set to say anything nice to me the entire time when I was first there. And he was the person whose team I was gunning for. Like, when it came down to picking sides, I was going to pick him, but I just happened to be on the team that I was meant to be on.
Yeah, you're right. And he knows how to play the game. He knows how to...
100% knows how to play the game. That's why I was gone. That's why if he hadn't fucking opened up his mouth and said, let's choose Kyle to go up, Angel would have been up there and she would have went home that day.
Whew. Yeah, between Cleen and Christian, I think playing the game, Christian is a bit better in strategy, curving.
100%. The guy thinks a lot. He uses his brain, he uses his skill. He's a fucking beast of a tattooer too. Like, Christian is a fucking, I wouldn't even say solid tattooer. He is one of the upper echelon of tattooers in this world. You know what I mean? Definitely a very, very solid motherfucker.
Exactly. Now we're moving to judges.
Oliver's a fucking all-American boy. You know what? That guy's he's cool. I mean, everybody does dumb shit. He's clearly, he's a funny motherfucker. Let's just say that. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Part of the reason he got fired is for being a fucking funny guy. I'm sure there was no malice or ill intent with the whole Twitter scandal. I mean, he got fired, yeah. He got fired. He was like the last season was supposed to be his last season. So, he did some dumb shit. We all changed. I'm sure that knowing and having met him before this and having gone through this, he's not a racist person. He did some fucking insensitive bullshit, which, we all do dumb shit. If you dug up my past, I'm sure there's something back there that would have been like, Austin's a racist. Even though my family's brown, I'm adopted by a full Native American family. So, yeah, so it's weird. Yeah, I mean, you call it like he did some dumb shit publicly, but you know what? He's a good dude. I will never say anything bad about Oliver. He's fucking mean. As a judge, he don't take no shit. He's gonna tell it how it is. I wouldn't say he's a bully, but he just says it how it is, and he tries to do it with some entertainment value. So, fuck yeah, they got a good judge. I hope the Twitterverse can learn to forgive.
Yes, and what I'm going to say is, we all had like a bad past.
Yeah, I mean, there is not a person on this fucking planet that's got to clean everything. Everybody's said or done something stupid in their past that if other people fucking found out of it, there'd be a problem, So it's all about who you are today and how much you're willing to change and how much, you take accountability for the fucking dumb shit you do. 100% I've done some dumb shit in my life. I am not the same person who did that dumb shit.
Exactly. It's about the growth of a person.
Yeah, I mean, if you're about growth, then you should always be forgiven for what the fuck you did. There's certain things you shouldn't be forgiven for, but shit like that where you're just doing dumb shit in the name of comedy, it's insensitive. It hurts people's feelings, and it's not fucking cool. I can't really, justify what, these actions. I don't even really want to bring them up. Just that I know that, he's a good dude.
Exactly.
Hopefully he'll become a judge or, something will come along for him. He's going to be just fine. Let's be fucking clear. He did that show long enough. He's going to be just fine.
Hopefully, they bring him back or something for season 2.
I hope they bring me back. How about that? I'm not going to worry about who the fuck they bring back. I just want them to bring me back.
Exactly. Bring Austin back in season 14.
Yeah, hashtag bring Austin Rose back.
There you go, guys. Bring him back. And, probably he'll make it this time. He'll win, right?
Oh, yeah. I understand. If I go back, I'm not going not to win.
Play the game.
Yeah. Well, I have a better handle on how that game is played, and 100% would have a much better chance of winning.
Exactly. Woot, woot. Next one is
Nunez. Solid ass tattoo guy. Can be kind of a dick when it comes to his critiques, but all in all, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. They don't have him up there for no reason. Like that guy, he's a solid judge. He's got hella good style. Like his fashion, like the things he wore on the show. It's sometimes not everything. If I could get away with some of the shit he wore, I'd wear it. But like his shoe game was on point.
Ooh.
That's high praise coming from me because I like shoes.
Oh, I like what do you call this? His leopard jacket.
Yeah, no, I'm not about that. That was one of the things I was like, nah. He had a few sweaters out of rocked, but they all came in black. If that thing came in black leopard, okay, I'd fuck with it. Shiny black on flat black, I'd fuck with it.
How about the last one? The host.
Again, that dude taught me how to play guitar when I was in my teens, just by being in sick ass magazines without his shirt on. Look, he's not even wearing a fucking shirt right there. That's 𝚃𝚘𝚂𝚃𝚗 of misspelled words. Yo, I mean, let's be like, how can I say this? Dave Navarro is Dave Navarro. Dave Navarro's a fucking legend, man. Like, Dave Navarro's a legend in so many places. He's Jane's Addiction, Red Hot Chili Peppers, to whatever the fuck else he's been in musically. The guy's a fucking shredder. Like, Ninja Turtles need to be away from that dude if he's got a guitar in his hand, because he's the shredder. Only old ass people like me who watch the Ninja Turtles will understand that joke. But no, he comes from a point of view of someone who would wear the tattoo. So, you know, he's got his place. I didn't originally understand that until I was actually in the position I was in being on the show. And, you know, he plays his role perfectly. I don't know if the dude fucking ages. He might be a fucking vampire.
Right?
I don't think since the 90s he's changed. And I'd like to get on the diet he's on. If you've got the number for the Dark Overlord he sold his soul to, I will take that in the DMs. Anybody.
On YouTube? We need to know that. We need to know his diet or, you know, whatever he's doing. Woo!
You don't age either.
Someone said you don't age either, Austin.
That's a friend of mine. She's being very nice. I do look very, I mean, I get told a lot I don't look 43, but, you know, I don't look 16 anymore either, so.
Like 30 is good, right?
I mean, if I get 30, I'm happy about it. People tell me I look 30 all the time, and I'm like, you're nice. Or maybe just 40-year-olds around you look fucking awful.
Well, Austin, I'm just being honest.
Thank you, Tweet.
We did good. You did good in roll call.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
And do you have anything to plug for our viewers?
Really, man, I am just trying to reach 1,000 fucking followers on TikTok. All right, it's the same name as my Instagram, except for there's no underscore between my first and last name. But Dawson Rose Tattoo on TikTok. I need like 150 more followers. 150 more followers. Get me on 1,000 on TikTok so I can go live on there. Because all I want to do is do live calligraphy on there. So holla at your boy. Follow me on TikTok. And come get tattooed. Also, start the hashtag on Twitter. Bring Austin Rose back, Inkmaster.
Yes, guys.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Stone Cold said so, and Austin said so. But yeah, I'll put the link in the bottom of the video.
Sick, man. That'd be cool. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. And do you have anything to say to our viewers?
I mean, like I said, like when you watch that show, take it with a grain of salt. Don't be too mean to the people on there, man. You guys out there in Inkmaster world can be pretty fucking harsh on Reddit. Let me tell you. I don't know if you guys ever even said my name properly on Reddit. You always called me Gollum or some other bullshit. Me, I can take that shit because I live off of haterade and peanut butter and jello sandwiches. But there's some other people out there that are more sensitive. So be fucking nice to these people on there. They're artists. Artists are sensitive. We all try our best. We're on there putting ourselves out there. Be nice to them, people. They're fucking just artists. They're just people like you and me, and they have feelings. I may not have the same feelings they have because you can't get me. I'm fucking, come at me, bitch. That's all I got to say. I will roast you if you come at me on any of the social medias.
Wow.
But it's all out of fun. I don't say anything. I mean, I say lots of things mean, but they're really funny, too.
Oh. And fans, you know, they need to relax. Like some of the fans.
I mean, people just take it too fucking serious. I actually got death threats. I got death threats because I beat Ryan Ashley on Inkmaster Angels. Like, I had some dude telling me he was going to come to my state and kill me. I was like, that's going a little far, dog. And also, she doesn't read your comments.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
so just be nice. That's all I really have to say. Be nice to these people. They're really putting themselves out there. They're working real hard to become the best versions of themselves, and they're putting it all out there on national TV, which is not fucking easy.
Exactly. You're right. You well said. You know, It's not easy. Be respectful to everyone. That's number one. Yeah,
I mean, you just gotta, you know, think about how you want to be treated. And if you want to be treated like an asshole, then act like an asshole. Cool.
Exactly. Well, this has this has been fun. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, man, I had a good time too. I appreciate you inviting me on here to ask your questions. Hopefully your fans like what I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully it doesn't get me in any trouble. I say a lot of shit. Sometimes I don't think about what I say. So if I said anything that was kind of mean, I probably meant it. But love you anyways, guys.
There you go, guys. Thank you, Austin. And take care, man.
All right, man. Take care.
Stay strong. Thank you.
Have a great day, dude.
You too. Okay, guys. That was fun. It's a fun interview with Austin. And hopefully we get more, season 11 contestants in the show. And I will post this on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and peace out, guys.